Hi, I'm here at the Evergreen Coffee House in Evergreen neighborhood of Baltimore to talk about the April issue of Baltimore Magazine, which is our Hot Hoods issue. April is traditionally when we do best places to live, and that's basically what this issue is. But in this case, we're talking about the 10 hottest neighborhoods in Baltimore. We feel like Baltimore is a city of neighborhoods, and they each have their own unique dynamic and culture and community. It just so happens that Evergreen is the neighborhood that I live in, so we're slightly biased towards that, but we picked some other ones, including Harbor East and Station North, and we just sort of give you a little snapshot of the neighborhood. So it's April, which means it's time for Oriole fans once again to say, maybe it's our year once again. But this year we have reason to be optimistic, and we profile that reason in our story called Baby Birds. In this issue, we talk about the 5 young Oriole players, and they are Chris Tillman, Matt Wieters, Nolan Reimold, Brad Bergeson, and Brian Mattis. And they're really promising young players. They all were rookies last season, so they're going into their sophomore year. There won't be a sophomore slump. They all kind of did it together, and they're a pretty tight-knit group, and we profile them and sort of talk about how they're dealing with all of the pressure that's on them and why Oriole fans really do have reason to be optimistic this year. Mary Sue Easter egg, Mary Sue Easter egg. You all know the jingle. Now meet the guy who's responsible for the jingle. This is Bill Buppert, and we are featuring him in a story called The Candyman Can. And he's the guy who bought the Mary Sue Neyron candy companies in 2001. He was 21 years old. The company was in bankruptcy. He turned it around. It's now a flourishing local candy company. And in honor of Easter and in honor of the Mary Sue Easter egg jingle that we all know and love, we're doing a little profile of Bill Buppert. Nobody likes going to the dentist, but if you're going to go, you want to go to one of Baltimore's best dentists, and that's where our story, You Know the Drill, comes into play. We have chosen the best dentist in Baltimore in a variety of specialties, chosen by a panel of their peers, so you can really look and see if your dentist made the cut, or if you want to switch dentists or go to a new dentist, you might want to pick from this list. There's also a really great story about the digital age and how it is affecting dental technology, how a lot of procedures that are very, very painful and time-consuming now are going to be a lot less painful and a lot shorter in duration in the coming years. There's also some fun, what we call tooth trivia. For example, did you know that the guy who invented cotton candy was a dentist? There's a lot more great stuff in this issue, including a story on chef's tables, a story on the upstairs cabaret at Germano's restaurant in Little Italy, a story about Maryland doctors on the ground in Haiti. This issue is just chock full of stuff, but I'm happy to be sitting here in my neighborhood reading it.